The Baker Mayfield era has begun in Tampa Bay, and the Buccaneers go into Minnesota and come out with a W. We did not expect that. Isaac Edelman here with Jeremiah Hensley providing a game reaction to a downfalling Buccaneers team, but they're starting off 1-0.
Look, I think we all drank the Kool-Aid a little bit about TB12. We thought this was all about Tom Brady, but somewhere along the lines, we forgot that this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team has one heck of a defense. They have one heck of a defense. They showed it today, picking off Kirk Cousins once, causing two Kirk Cousins fumbles, and holding, what should have been a high-powered Minnesota offense at home to
Yeah,
17 points.
exactly. Let me tell you something. If you look at the box score, Justin Jefferson had 150 yards, but guess what? They kept him out of the end zone and they won the football game. So it doesn't matter. But this is what matters. This is who their starting quarterback is going to be for the rest of the year. I know Buck fans weren't happy when they signed him, but guess what? He didn't have a turnover. He threw for 2 touchdowns and he had 173 yards. There's nothing more you can ask for, especially when you win. What are your expectations for Baker Mayfield? Because guess what? There is a guy waiting for his turn behind him in Kyle Trask, the former Gators quarterback.
Look, you can go back to FL teams last year and you'll know what a fan of Baker Mayfield I am. Baker Mayfield took a Cleveland Browns team that was under talented to the playoffs. Baker Mayfield is that guy in that situation. Last year was a little bit roughed up. He was in Carolina, then out in LA, but Baker knows this is his team, right? You talked about the 173 yards. How about 21 for 34? Okay. How about no interceptions, right? How about Baker manage this game the way that he should? And that's why Tampa's where it's at. Kyle Trask is not going to see the field this season. We forget that there's still Mike Evans. There's still Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
Okay. There's some talent on that team, and Baker knows how to distribute to that.
Yep. I think the Bucks have to be lucky that there was no Dalvin Cook and they came away with a W. Buck fans, you guys should be happy. You actually have a quarterback that can play. No, Tom Brady could play football. Here's the thing. Baker Mayfield is a solid option. He's going to get you where you need to be. But before we end this, we have to talk about the Bucks division. They're insanely weak. Do they have a chance though? Because the Saints look pretty good in the NFC South.
The Saints look good, but again, how good, right? Who are you playing? I mean, I think that division is wide open. Right now, starting from week one, I have no clue where to go. If you ask me to put money on it, I'm a gambling man and I would defer that bet. No chance. One thing I'll throw on the other end of this, I'll tell you with Minnesota, I was this guy and I've been banging this drum for as long as anybody will listen. Everybody loves Alexander Madison because he was backing up Dalvin Cook. And once or twice a year, he stepped in and he had a good game. Madison hasn't proven himself in the NFL at all. And today against this Bucks defense, 11 carries for 34 yards, 3 catches for 10 yards. Okay. Alexander Madison is not Dalvin Cook, no matter how much you want him to be. It's not Dalvin Cook. And this Minnesota team is probably going to deal with that for the entire season.
Yeah. So the Bucks head to Tampa Bay to face a not so good Chicago Bears team. So the Bucks could very well start off at 2-0. It's the Bucks home opener. How will they do? Will Baker Mayfield continue to basically play above expectations because he doesn't have many expectations. But guess what? If he plays well again, his expectations will be very good. Jeremiah, thanks so much for me, Isaac, Jeremiah. That was our game reaction. Can the Bucks go and play at a high level next week? Yet again, we shall see.
Fire the cannons.